Good morning to us people on the East Coast and all points west of the Atlantic, and good afternoon to everybody overseas, which we have somebody across the pond today. Her name is Chez Kane. She is a phenomenal vocalist. I mean, it just dropped last year, but she's been at this for so long, and it's a damn shame I didn't notice her sooner. I don't know how I didn't, but I didn't. I mean, and I'm probably like most of you, which we didn't. But now you're going to notice her because she's here. She's going to talk with us. I'm going to bring Tony Dio on, and I'm going to bring Chez Kane on. So, welcome, Tony.
Good morning.
And welcome, Miss Chez Kane from over there in the UK.
How are we doing this morning? Good morning to you, and good afternoon to everyone else.
Yes, she's had time to prepare for this. She's had time to wake up. She's had time for everything. She's all ready, and we're all sitting here struggling to wake up, but it's all good. I've been up since 6 a.m., so it's no big deal.
Why?
I don't know. My wife asks me all the time. She's like, "Why can't you just lay in bed?" And I'm like, "I don't know. There's too much to do, I think."
A creative mind.
Exactly. You got everybody asleep, and everybody in the house is not stirring, and then you're sitting there, and you just got time to just think and do things and get things done.
100%, yeah.
Before that honey-do list starts. So, Chez, welcome, first off, and thank you very much for doing this. I totally appreciate it, as well as Tony does, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. You've been at this for quite a while, really. I mean, what age did you, I know everybody asks this, but what age did you figure out that music was for you? And when did music like grab you and say, you know what, this is what you need to do? And you just went, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Well, it's been all my life, really, because I've grown up in a family of music. And the earliest memory I have is performing on stage at 5. So it was just in my blood, and I've just never looked back. I absolutely love performing on stage. And I think once it happens, you can't like forget it.
Right.
So I've just grown up with music. It's been my passion all my life, and I haven't stopped. And here I am today.
Here you are today. I mean, it's amazing. You started. What came first? Well, you said you come from a family that has music background.
Yeah.
Like singers, guitar players, what were they?
So my grandparents were in a band back in the day.
Wow.
And then my dad is a singer. I have an auntie who is a singer, and then my eldest sister started singing, and then me and my other sister started singing, and it's literally just been in our family for ages. So there was no escaping music, but I'm very happy about this.
Right, exactly.
So you guys put out a couple of albums together as Kane.
Yes, we did. So we started the band then a bit later on. We've always sung together, the three of us. We were brought up singing like harmonies together and doing stuff like the Andrew Sisters, which is a bit random, but we did. So we learned how to harmonize together. And then a bit later on, when I was about 13, 14, we started getting into a bit of the rock side of music. We put a band behind us, and then it was we came up with the idea for the three of us to front a band, and it went from there then.
And it went.
I checked out some of that.
Anyway.
Yeah, I checked out some of that on YouTube. That's some good stuff. You guys had some good stuff. How many albums did you do? A couple?
We've done 3, yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Now, how did we not know of this in the state? At least me. It used to be back in the 80s. Everybody across the pond wanted to get everything to America first. Bam, let's get it to America. Now it seems like it's flipped where nobody really, America, they're a little, and now it's Europe that, I'm finding most, as well as I'm sure Tony, we're finding most of our music in Europe now.
It's crazy. Like there's some great bands all over the world at the moment, but I find that social media is making it more accessible to discover new music now. So back when we started, social media was only just starting. So I feel like now that more bands can actually get out there and promote themselves more if they know how to use the tools of social media.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's how I discovered you, is YouTube with the Frontiers YouTube channel.
And that's how Danny Rexon discovered me to do the solo project.
Right.
So social media, woo!
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, that was going to be my question, was how did you and Danny come about? Did he put this project together and just decided he wanted to pick you to be the singer in this project?
So I think he came up with this idea before he even discovered me. He wanted to put this idea together with Frontiers. And then he was on the scout for a female artist, and he came across one of my YouTube videos doing a cover of a Vixen song. And
then Broken Heart.
Yes, that's the one. He contacted me then and asked me if I was up for giving it a go. So I demoed some of the songs, and he put them to Frontiers, and they were really happy with it. And then asked me if I wanted it, and obviously I was like, hell yes,
hell yes,
hell yes.
Now, Danny, for the people watching it, we're talking about Danny Rexton from the band Crazy Licks.
Yeah.
And it seems like, he put Crazy Licks together. That was a project he had in mind because he wanted to bring back the sound of the 80s, and he just wanted to celebrate that sound, and he loves it. So then, and he's right when he said, I read somewhere that it was like he felt we were lacking in a female powerhouse like Alita, like the Vixen Girls. We needed that again. It's been so long since we've had somebody that just had that vocals and had the look and had the the great personality to fill it, and he wanted that, and I think he did. He's got a great mind, and he I think with this album, with your debut album, this is absolutely gold. Lightning in a bottle. I mean, come on. This guy's he doesn't get enough. Exactly, right. Yay.
Yay.
I mean, vinyl. Wow.
I can't get this CD. It's sold out. But it's a great album. I mean, if you get this album, lyric sheets are horrible to read. I need my glasses and everything. This one's lyric sheet is gatefold, dude. It is fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
But it is, I think you captured lightning in a bottle with this thing. I mean, and working with Danny, you couldn't go wrong.
Oh, he's done an amazing job. And yeah, he has a fantastic mind for this kind of style and music. And it's something that I've always loved. I've loved this style of music. I have gone on over the years to like different styles of music, but it always started and stemmed from the 80s style, because that's what got me into rock music. And then when he offered me this project, I was like, this is right up my street. And right. I didn't think that the 80s style would be accepted so well today, because obviously music has changed through the years, but everybody seems to be loving it. I'm really happy about this. So I'm just gonna keep pushing it out there, and hopefully that more people will recognize this style of music again, because it's amazing, it's fun, and we're missing it.
Exactly. Right. That's what I was going to say. That was it's good times. It brings back a lot of memories for people my age when you hear stuff from the past, and then you hear new artists doing something that is from that genre. It's really refreshing, because there hasn't been a lot of new music from new artists playing that style. And
definitely.
Because I mean, I always loved, female fronted bands like
always
Aaron and Vixen and Saraya and so forth, and it's all that is in your record. I hear it in so many songs. I mean, Too Late for Love reminds me of an old band from the 80s called Quarter Flash. I don't know if you ever heard that.
Yes.
They had a saxophone girl that she played saxophone in the band as well, but it was a rock and roll band. Yeah. So check out Quarter Flash. You might actually like that. But that song, the first time I heard it, I was like, wow, that kind of sounds like that,
And then
I'm still discovering loads of like bands from the 80s.
And there's tons.
He contacted me and sending me loads of stuff, and
yeah,
still so much to discover.
And then you mentioned saxophone, and Better Than Love has sax in there. I mean, that's the first song on the album, and I'm listening to this, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a sax in here.
That's what I meant. Better Than Love's the song I meant, not Too Late for Love. Better Than Love's the song. That's the one that I'm looking at, Quarter Flash. Mm-hmm.
I had instant goosebumps when I heard that.
Right?
I love the sax.
I mean, it was like goosebumps, and I think a couple times during the album, your eyes kind of well up because you're like, oh my God, it's touching you. You know, and you got to hear this. I mean, and you know how it feels being into music like you are. You when something touches you and grabs you, it's like hairs stand up, eyes well up. You get that smile that you can't control. And it's just, and this album's got it all. Like Tony said, it's got everything.
Oh,
You know,
thank you.
you know, come on, stop being shy. You hear this every day. Just
Well,
go, I know.
No, it's a weird
Right.
thing when it's your own project because you never know. Like, obviously, you're hearing it and you think that it's good yourself, but you never know how other people are going to think. So you're always on the fence of like, oh my God, are people going to like this? And I was just really blown away when we released the album, and then everybody seemed to love it. So yeah, it's weird when it's yourself.
So you released the album. When the album released, you went and hid under your bed until you figured out if everybody was going to like it. That's really not me. I didn't do that.
I didn't sleep for about 3 days. I'm not going to lie.
Well,
right.
I'd like to say congratulations. You did make the UK charts with it, didn't you?
I did. Yes, I hit the rock charts.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I got to number 7, so I was very happy with this.
Oh, dude. And being overseas and hitting that kind of a number overseas with everything that's going on in the UK and in Europe, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I was pretty blown away. I still can't believe it, to be honest.
Right.
It's mad.
You did, you were asked a question. I don't know what question you were asked, but your response was, this is a quote, I wasn't born in the wrong area because you were born in the 90s. I wasn't born in the wrong era. I was born in the 90s knowing what came before me is worth preserving. That is absolutely perfect.
Yes.
You know, and you hear that. You hear, like Danny says the same thing. He's like, you know, the 80s are worth preserving and bringing back. It was a good time. It was fun. Music was a blast to listen to, you know, and then 90s happened. It seemed like more hate, more, you know, anger, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like music was no longer fun. You know, music it's supposed to be, reminds you of a summer day cranked up and just having a blast. And you know, it seems like it's starting to come back and you're part of it. Crazy Licks, Chez Kane are all part of bringing that kind of style of music back.
Yeah, I don't feel like it really annoys me when people say to bands like Crazy Licks, like, oh, you guys are stuck in the 80s, because why is that a thing? Why do they need to be stuck in the 80s? They're bringing back and they're putting a fresh approach on it. So why can't this be today as well? It's like, just open your minds to good, fun music. Come on.
Right. Come on. It always comes around. I mean, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Chez, who are some of your influences, vocalists?
So I have quite a wide genre of rock that I love. I love loads of types of music. It's not just rock that I love. If I like something, I like something. I'm not stuck to one genre, but obviously the most music I listen to is rock. It all started with Def Leppard, believe it or not. Nice. I absolutely love Def Leppard.
Did you like the song Too Late for Love?
I do, yes.
Just throwing it out there.
It's a funny story because the first album that I love from Def Leppard is actually their greatest hits, because obviously I wasn't alive when all their albums were being released, and my parents bought me their greatest hits album. So I'm a huge fan of that album. And then it went on to liking a bit of Pat Benatar. And then I changed the style of music that I liked. I'm a huge fan of Alter Bridge. So Miles Kennedy is one of my influences. I love Eric formerly from Heat, now from New Horizon. I think he's phenomenal. There's so many people out there that are amazing and that I take influence from. It's not just one person.
Right.
Yeah.
It shows.
They're all great singers. Yep.
Right. And we mentioned Danny had a hand in your album, but you know, I read it this morning. I'm looking through the lyric sheet or whatever.
Doing your research.
I always do. I'm always, you know, that's why we have these albums and everything. How many times do you sit there and look through things because you skip over it, you miss it? And I missed, and I don't think it's been mentioned anywhere, but the guy that mastered your album was Eric Martinson from Eclipse.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more power has to be behind somebody before everybody takes notice and said, this Chez Kane has got it, you know, because, you know, you have so many people in your camp that are so great. And I had him on the show one day and he's a fantastic guy. I mean,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another great band. I only recently discovered them. Well, I've discovered them about a year and a half ago, so I'm catching up on their music as well. But I absolutely love Eclipse, and he mastered the album. And he did a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
And you guessed it on the new Crazy Licks album as well.
Yes, I did some VVs,
awesome.
Which is always fun.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's a really good album as well. Yes.
Yeah, awesome album. I love the kind of the take on it, because obviously Cobra Kai is quite a big thing at the moment, so they got this lethal kind of thing. It's just badass.
I'm in season 2. Well, no wait. Last night after I got done doing things, the wife's like, "Can we do a episode?" And I'm like, "All right." So we just started last week, and then we're in season 3 now, so it's episode 1 that we got through. And oh my God, why didn't I watch this?
I'm already waiting for the next season. I think
you're already waiting. I binged season 3 last weekend in like 2 nights.
Right.
But that show is another thing that's kind of bringing the 80s throwback music, because people that are fans of that, especially young people, are seeing and they're hearing these songs. They have no clue who it is, and then they go Google who this song is, and they'll find out there's so many songs from the 80s and stuff that are included in different episodes. Of course, Johnny wearing his zebra t-shirt and all that.
Yeah, I did that episode last night. I'm like, zebra, it's like, and you hit it. They're bringing that soundtrack is amazing. Even from like, I don't have it in there, but you throw a Devo song in there, I'm like, hell yeah, it's Devo. You got to bring all that back, and it's
the recent series has lots of Def Leppard in there, so I'm really happy with it.
So you do, that's another thing. What do you do in your free time? So obviously you watch Cobra Kai, do Netflix.
I do, Cobra Kai.
So
in my free time, to be honest, I am very focused on music. So a lot of the time I will be doing something creative with music, because it's my passion. And when I have free time, I'm like, I should be doing it. Right. So, but when I do have free time, I like to go for walks with the dog. I like to game. I like gaming, believe it or not.
Wow.
Just mostly music, because it's my passion.
Now, I saw you posted a picture of you and your dog. I think it was yesterday.
Yes.
And you're like, out for a walk, something about surgery on his nose. And I'm like, oh, so I pulled up the picture again. I'm like, what? So I'm like wondering, and I'm like, oh, wow. I didn't even notice it because that dog is so gorgeous. I'm like,
he is gorgeous.
Beautiful dog. And I'm like, it's such a cute face. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is that?
It's a golden retriever. It's a family dog. He had cancer, so he had surgery about 6 months ago, but he came through it, he fought it, and he is a fighting fit dog again. So he's quite happy at the moment. So it's made me very happy this year, because we didn't think that we would have him now, and he's still here. So
good. That's a beautiful thing.
It is,
beautiful.
Are there plans to tour once the pandemic kind of goes away a little bit?
I am dying to be on the road.
I'm sure of it.
It's been a strange few years, because obviously this pandemic has just made everything very, very difficult. I've had shows booked in Belgium, Sweden that got cancelled, and it's just, guys, I'm so itching to be on the road. It's what I love doing. It's the part that it's the most fun, and I've done one show so far with this music.
That was back in December.
Yeah, one show. Yeah. And that was like a teaser show. So now I'm really like, come on.
I can tell you're like itching right now. You're like, what we gotta say?
Have you guys discussed maybe doing like a lockdown remote show, like a live video show or something? There's a lot of bands are doing that, performances, and you can fans can contribute to a Patreon or something like that, or they, some of them are just doing it for free and putting it up for fans.
Yeah, it's something that I thought about. I know a lot of bands are doing it at the beginning of the lockdowns that started, and they were doing really well with it. But it's not something that I wanted to do with this music, because when I wanted to start performing it, I wanted to be on stage and I wanted to show everybody like the whole feel and have the audience there. And I just wanted that impact. Whereas I feel like you can kind of get that online, but it's not the same. And I just want to get out on tour with it. So I don't want to overplay it on social media, because I want to get people to come to my gigs and come and rock out to this music and enjoy it. So
you want to see their face.
Yeah, the interaction. It's like, it's so awkward playing a song online and then no clap or no interaction, and you're just like, it's like, are people liking this? I don't know.
You almost don't want to watch and see how many viewers you have, because it's like, I don't want to know this.
I know, it feels awkward that way. I just want to be in a room with lots of people and just rocking out and enjoying interaction.
Yes, and we need that. We do need that.
I've enjoyed some of your cover videos that you've posted. I mean, the Dio one that you did, Get Up and Shout, was incredible, and the Steelheart. God, you sang the hell out of that song. It was so.
No, you know how long it took me to warm up to that one. I just don't know how he does it. It's crazy.
And I like the Mr. Big one. That was really cool.
Oh, thank you.
There have been several of them there that I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, that's something I just started doing a few years ago, because I like so many songs. I just thought it would be really cool to do my take on it, and I just enjoyed it, so kept doing it, and that's how I got discovered from Danny as well. So I'm really glad I started my my little YouTube channel.
Now, I was very, very hesitant on watching the Dio one, because I was like, man, she messes this up. I'm never gonna. Nope, I ain't touching her ever again. She's done in my book. Don't mess up some Dio. So I clicked on it, and you had on the outfit. I was like, oh, now that's cool. So I'm like, let's see what she does with it. Nailed it. I was waiting for that first scream. I'm like, if she gets this coming up, I'm like, better nail it or it's going off. It nailed it. I was like, oh, this okay.
Oh, thank you.
And then when you did the Kiss Forever and you brought the little figurines up, and you're like, look at these.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool. It kind of gave us a glimpse of your personality, and that you're fun and you're not, you take it serious, but you want to have a good time with it.
Oh, 100%.
And that's, that's what I love about your videos. We get a little bit of a taste of you, even though we're not in the same room, and we get a little taste that, Chez Kane is just one of us, a big fan that is just the one singing,
I'm glad it comes across that way, because I feel like there's so much doom and gloom in the world that music is the only thing that makes me really, really happy when I'm feeling down, and then I try and enjoy it, and I hope that comes across to everybody, and I'm glad that it is. So
it is. Yeah. You remind me a lot. Okay, Doro, she has one of them personalities where she just loves her fans. She loves to interact. And I get that vibe from you.
Oh, thank you.
You get that vibe where she doesn't consider herself way up here.
Oh, no,
she may be up here.
Very down to earth.
Very down to earth.
Very grounded, and just lights up the room the second she walks in.
But exactly. You do that.
Oh. Stop.
I'm going to get you to blush yet today. Now, vocally, on your debut, which song was the most challenging for you to hit? Which one, once you got it, you were like, oh my God, thank God I got it. Which was the most vocally, if there was any that was challenging for you?
Oh, 100%. Danny likes to push me to my limits. I'm not going to lie. So I found the hardest song as a whole being Midnight Rendezvous, because obviously the tempo's quite high and the level is like, it's all on one kind of range. So doing it fast and at that range is quite challenging. There is a note in Ball and Chain at the end, which is like right up there. That was quite a big one. And the end note of Better Than Love was quite challenging.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. But I got it.
You got it. Oh, you nailed it.
Challenge.
Were you able to come up with your own vocal melodies, or was it what did Danny demo the stuff and let you hear? Did he sing it, or did he just kind of coach you as you went along?
He demoed the stuff for me in his kind of range, and then I would take what he did and try and do that. Sometimes in my own way that he liked and kept. So yeah, it was a bit of both really. But he would demo them first, obviously, because he's written the songs and guiding me on the songs and stuff. So
great.
Now in the second album, are you doing more writing on this, or is it still Danny doing the writing?
It's still going to be Danny doing the writing. I did try doing a few songs, but I tend to write a different style of music slightly. I'm more like, I've written songs for Kane, and that's the way that it comes across. So Danny has such a good way of writing this style of music. I kind of didn't want to touch it either. He's very, very, like, everything he writes for this style is just pure gold. So
it is.
Why change it? I'm more than happy for him to come up with more, and he has, and I'm so excited, guys.
I mean, it's the same way with his band Crazy Legs. Everything, I have not bought a CD from him yet that I didn't like. You know, it's Street Lethal. I thought they just couldn't touch.
He's so tuned in.
He's just got it. You know, I mean, you know, if you got somebody that's got gold in their veins and diamonds in their eyes, you don't touch with it. If they say, hey, do it, they say, okay, yes, sir. I mean, you just can't help it.
He's kind of like
I'm gonna leave the writing side to him, because he's just, I will just keep writing with Kane, and he can just write this stuff because he's just too good at it.
He's great. He's kind of like the new Desmond Child in a way, or something, you know.
Oh yeah, the good thing about Danny as well, he is open to ideas. So if there's something that I maybe wanted to change, or if there was a lyric that I thought would be better, he's very open to that. And if he likes it, he will go with it. But he's just like, he just nails it on the head. He's so good.
He does. I mean,
he does. It's weird.
Now, you mentioned I'll keep writing with Kane. That led me to a question that I was wondering, is Kane still around? I mean, are you guys still a band?
We are, yes. It's just a bit of a quiet period for us at the moment. Reason being, the pandemic happened. I got offered to do this solo project, and then when the pandemic hit, there's 7 of us in the band, and we're all kind of like spaced out, and we've all ended up going on to do our own things at the moment. So we haven't said, you know, kind of calling it a day. That's not happening. We're hoping to get back together and write to do another album at some point. It's just right now it's been a bit difficult, but yes, we would love to do that again. So maybe in the future, who knows?
There you go. You'll be all over the place. I know.
Yeah, there'll be no stopping.
No stopping you. I mean, the sky's the limit and beyond. You know.
Well, fingers crossed that things will start getting a little better this year, as far as where we can travel more and play more concerts and so forth. And
I really hope so, because the show that I was supposed to do in Sweden in December, I was ready to go. I packed my suitcase, I got everything ready, and then it got cancelled the day before, and I was like, come on.
Usually when you're 24 hours out, usually you're pretty safe.
Yeah. So it was a bit gutting and quite stressful as well, because obviously all the restrictions at the moment to fly is really hard work to prepare everything, and then you have that kind of, the gig's cancelled, and then your heart sinks, and you're just like, oh.
And it was only a couple days before that you had just posted, I just finally got everything done. I got all the flights booked, and this is all your hard work. And then within 2 days, bam, done.
Yeah. I was leaving the night that they announced it. I was leaving that night, and I was, never mind. Next year. It's happening next year, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
No, this year now.
You got to get things, once things get straightened out, hopefully you can come over to the US and do some shows eventually.
Oh, that would be amazing. I want to gig wherever I can, and if that opportunity comes up, then I would 100% be there.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, we need a Crazy Licks Chez Kane tour.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'm in.
I'm there. Yeah,
we're gonna talk to our people that we know in the business and see if we get this happening, because I mean, Crazy Licks is on a way up over here. People are starting to, you know, it's amazing how people around here do not. You know, me and Dio, we know our thing. We have a pulse. We have our fingers on the pulse. But then there's other people in our circle that are like, who? It's like, how do you not know these guys? You know,
Right.
do you not pay attention? And you mentioned that, you know, social media is a great outlet, but you do have so many bands out there. And I think people get sick of, okay, I click on this and they suck. I click on this, they suck. I click, and so they're thinking everything sucks. So,
well,
you
and
know,
then some stuff just kind of sounds the same. You know, there's
the
a lot of
same
coming out that sounds almost like the same thing. And so you need something different about it to capture the attention. And that's what happened when I saw Chez's video. It's like, wow, this is great. This is really good.
Yeah, I guess it's becoming quite oversaturated with lots of bands and stuff. And then obviously when you're trying to promote your own product and your own music and your own band, it gets quite hard. And then people are like, oh, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. But you just got to keep going, and you got to try and work out the way of getting in there. And it is hard. It's very hard these days, because without social media, I don't know what music would be right now, because it is hard to promote yourself anyway. It's really hard.
At least we can click on and check out and sample stuff now. You know, growing up for myself, you know, I would read about a band in a magazine. I might go search out their album, or I would just be in the record store looking through the records and go, well, this looks cool. I don't know how many records I bought over the years that just they were not good, but it had a good album cover, but it just wasn't a good album.
Right.
And I was like,
it's all about being eye-catching as well.
Right. You know, now when someone tells me about something, I can just look it up and see if I can find something online to check out some samples of it. I'm like, yeah, got to go get this.
Right. Sure. And to be honest, Dio is I had a year in review show about 2021, and you know, your album was on my radar and I just never checked it out. But then Dio, he come on and he's like, you guys got to check this out. He had his Chez Kane CD. I'm like, all right, I've got to check this out. Next day I checked it out. I was like, what the hell was I thinking? Some just, you see it and you kind of, you forget to do anything with it. And then one of your buddies, like back in the day, they'd be like, hey, man, you got to check out this cassette, you know? And so Dio came right through for me and turned me on. It's like, okay, it's been ever since.
We need more people like you. Come on.
Well, that's why we do this.
Everybody listening, take notes.
Exactly why we do this. You know, there's a few friends and people in our groups that do the podcast, to do the radio shows, just so that we can click on things so other people don't have to. And we wade through all the crap and try to get to the good stuff, so that it's easier for people and they don't get tired of clicking and, okay, everything seems to suck. Here's Chez Kane. Check her out. You know, I've already checked her out. I approve. You know,
thank you.
You know, it's just the same way it was back in the day. You pick up the phone and your buddy's on the other end going with the phone up to the boom box going, hey, man, you got to check out this CD or this cassette I just bought. Bam. And you're listening on the phone.
It was back in the day.
Minutes. Yeah. And your dad's like, get off the phone.
Yeah, 100%. If you like something, go tell somebody about it.
Yeah,
get it out there. We need all the help we can get. Lots of bands are struggling. It's hard to get out there. If you like something, say something about it.
Tell everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else you want to, add? I mean, get out to the people. Anything you got coming up. I know, now this is just my thing.
Okay.
Danny and his band are going to be on the Monsters of Rock cruise. Okay. I'm going to be on the Monsters of Rock cruise.
And I'm not.
I think, Danny can just, say, hey, come on, be on the Monsters of Rock cruise. And, you guys do like jump up on stage or something. I mean, throw it out there to him. If you need to, tell him to come see me. We're trying here.
If anybody's out there listening, I am more than happy for coming and joining you on the Monsters of Rock cruise.
Hell yeah. Okay, bands out there. We need to get
maybe next year. Maybe next year.
I hope so. I would love to. I've seen, obviously, the lineup for the last few years. I've never been myself, but I know some bands that have been on there that I've really wanted to go and see. And now Crazy Licks are on there. I'm a little bit jealous. I'm not going to lie.
But just tell Danny, say, Danny, I fit very nicely in a suitcase. Just whatever, get me through security and I'm on the boat.
Yeah.
And Larry's pretty good about that. He's usually has his pulse on what's going on in Europe, and he's been bringing more European flair to the boat, which is really good. you know, because we need that. You know, it ain't just an American thing. Exactly. I mean, so if more people, if he goes by what people say, I do know that, you know, and he also has his own thing where he was like, I like these people, and they get on. So the more people that stomp their feet and raise the flag for Chez Kane and Crazy Legs and he and Clips, and you know, you got Kiss and Dynamite, you got, you know, one Desire, you got all these bands over there that are so good that, you know, or just put a cruise over there.
Yeah, that's another thing for social media as well. It's like the more noise that you can kind of make, and people, you know, if people are making a noise around you, then hopefully they take notice. So I'm just gonna hope that, you never know, and they might message me one day.
I'm sure they will. I
be
have
awesome.
no doubt in my mind.
I'm
It's
here
gonna
waiting.
happen. I'm here. Well, anything else you want to add before I let you go and enjoy the rest of your Saturday?
Just to say thank you to everybody for their support since I started my solo journey. You've been absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for inviting me on for a chat. It's been amazing as well.
Absolutely.
And just keep enjoying music, no matter what kind of music it is. Don't forget to help support the artist, share their video, play it nice and loud, and go tell a friend, because we really appreciate the support.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tell a friend. Phone a friend. Play that thing right over the phone, man. I mean, crank it up. It's word of mouth. It's always been word of mouth. The rock community has always been about sharing. Here, check this out. I dig it. You got to dig it. Check it 100%. Out.
And don't forget to stay connected with me on social media, because I'm always about when I can be.
I will be putting up your YouTube links, or your YouTube channel link, your Facebook link, whatever else links I can find. I'll post them either later today or tomorrow in a post and share it around, so that people just click it and go see it. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. She's always putting stuff up. She's got my favorites are when you're doing the one takes. You just have the song in the background and you're like, one take, and you know, you get your facial expressions, you get your, you know, you get a feel for who you are, and it's just it's a fun way of doing stuff. I mean, you just have fun with it, and it's great.
Well, I'll get on to doing more of those. I'm gonna do some more covers this year as well, so I'm gonna put some more stuff up on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that as well.
Awesome. Oh yeah, cool.
Thank you, Jess. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your day, Tony. Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for inviting
the rest of you. Oh, absolutely.
Thank you for inviting me, guys.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Have a
Bye.
good one.
Bye.
Okay. So, Chez, gotta go check her out. She's awesome. Believe me. I mean, go to her YouTube channel. I'll put the links up later today. And so it's real easy for you to go check her out, check out all her music. I mean, when you got Danny Rexon behind you, when you have Eric Martinson behind you, and come on, she's got it. All it takes is one listen. All you got to do is one listen with this woman, and you're going to be hooked. Her songs are fun. They're fresh. I mean, you get this summer feeling from them. You know, it's like one of them albums, like Van Halen's 5150. It's one of them albums you put on and you're just like Judas Priest, Turbo. You put it on, it's a fun album. It's just a lot of it. This is one of them albums that you just cannot ignore. Go put it on. Go check it out. Catchy hooks. Okay, there's a saying. There's a song out there. I do believe it's by Crazy Legs. I don't remember. Don't quote me on it. But I do believe it's by Crazy Legs, and it's a song called "All Looks, No Hooks." All right, this is not the case with Chez Kane. It's all looks, great hooks. I mean, I'm a guy, and I put it on in the truck, and I'm singing along. The guy next to me is like, "What is he singing?" And I'm having fun with it, and you will too. I promise you. I never steer you guys wrong. Ever steer you guys wrong. And I'm telling you, this is one of them albums you have to check out. Right now, I will share with you one of them. Let's go with where's it at? Oh, I don't have it. Okay, I'll share a file. I'm gonna do this. we will do. Let's do Too Late for Love. I guess we could do Too Late for Love. Let me find it. It's in here somewhere. I got it. Don't worry. But this one, when I first saw it, on YouTube or whatever, I was like, wait a minute. Is it a cover of Def Leppard, Too Late for Love? But clicked on it, it wasn't. So here it is. Enjoy this song. I mean, if you haven't heard it, this is a great place to start with Chez Kane. It's called Too Late for Love.
I'm gonna tell you
Right? Come on. It's great. And that's just one song off the album. There's not a filler song on this album. It is a great album. Bang. Go get it. I mean, I got the vinyl because the CDs were sold out. I keep checking daily to see if they're back. And it is pink. Love it. But frontiersmusic.com, they have it. They're putting out most of the music nowadays, but they are fantastic at getting us the new bands and this and that, the other thing. But thanks, Valerie. Yes, that was cool. Check out the album. Check out her pages. I mean, check out Kane, the band she was in with her two other sisters. They are fantastic. Like she said, it's like a 7-piece band. I mean, just fantastic band. She comes from great roots. But go check out the album. Go to her YouTube channel. Subscribe. She's always doing something on there, and she's fun. So I won't steer you wrong. Go check her out. Thank you, Ches, for being here. Thank you, Tony, for co-hosting. You turned me on to her, so I had to have you on with Ches. But yes, all right. I will be back with you later tonight because I have Dave Stabley, who is basically the all video guy, does everything on most of the cruises you go on. Cruise to the Edge, Moss is a Rock cruise. He's going to be on tonight. He's bringing guests with him. He will have videos and whatnot to show. Never before seen footage of stuff. It's going to be a party. So Dave's bringing this. We're doing this at 6 p.m. tonight. So I'm going to go catch a nap, watch some Cobra Kai like we discussed, and boom. But in the meantime, take some time today. Check out Chez Kane. I'm going to push this and push and push until everybody is on board with Chez Kane. Fun album, like I said before. Fun album. Fresh. Just takes you back. It gets you in a good mood. I mean, need more music like this. The stuff that's coming out is there's some stuff out there that's really good, and you gotta take notice of it. I mean, it's hard to weed through all the junk, but that's my job. I'll weed through the junk, and I'll turn you on to whatever I find. If I find something that's good, yeah, Tracy Tomcat. I'm sorry, I mentioned Valerie. That was you actually that said it was cool. Yeah, go check her out. I'll put up all the links later today or tomorrow, and so it's real easy for everybody to get to it. But thank you anyway. Thank you everybody for being here, spending your little morning with me, or if you're in the UK, your afternoon. And I will be back later tonight, and I will see you then. So in the meantime, go check out Chez Kane. Hey, I can't say it enough. Later.